Good morning, students. Today we will discuss the Wheatstone bridge with the application of Kirchhoff's laws, means first law and second law. Before going to the Wheatstone bridge, now I have to discuss, or we will discuss about the different types of resistors. Here the circuit diagram of different types of resistors. One is your fixed resistor. Another is your variable resistor. Fixed resistor means the resistance remains same, constant, and variable rheostat, the resistance changes. The fixed resistors are denoted by this symbol. Either you can denote in this symbol or this symbol. And variable resistor can be denoted by this symbol or this symbol also, by giving a cross sign on the fixed resistor symbol. This is the denotion of the different types of resistors. Now comes to this Wheatstone bridge. What is Wheatstone bridge? Why the name is given like this? Wheatstone, one of the scientists, physicists, and the bridge name is because of the shape of the arrangement is a bridge shape. Therefore, the total is known as the Wheatstone bridge. What is Wheatstone bridge? It is an arrangement of 4 resistors, out of which one resistor is unknown, which value is to be calculated in terms of remaining 3 resistances accuracy, like this. Here I have drawn a diagram. I have taken 4 resistors having resistances P, Q, R, S. 4 resistors, and this is a bridge shape, and between this a galvanometer is also connected. Let me finish this diagram. Here this is a battery potential difference V. The total current due to the potential difference is I. Now this is I current. Here the branch, this is AP branch, and A is junction. This is AT branch. B is a junction. Here this is the incoming or towards the junction current. These are two are the leading current. At this junction, this is at this branch BD, and these are two towards the junction. This is leaving junction, leaving the leaving current or leaving from the junction. And at the point C, I current is leaving, and DC and DC, these two branches are incoming or towards the junction. This is I current. Here at this junction the current is divided. I1 and I2 means total current I1 plus I2 is equal to I. Comes to this junction B. At this B junction I will apply Kirchhoff's first law. What is Kirchhoff's first law? The total current remains constant, 0. Means the leaving current plus the towards current or incoming current are meeting current at 0. Here this is meeting current and these two are leaving current, means current I1 is at the junction B, and the galvanometer, this is a galvanometer having resistance G, and the current in the galvanometer I have taken IG is the galvanometer current. Means if the current is I1 meeting current and here leaving is IG, means remaining current how much? I1 minus IG. In this branch therefore I have taken I1 minus IG current. Now comes to this branch. This is I2, the meeting current. IG is also meeting current. Therefore total current at the D junction becomes IG plus I2 or I2 plus IG. Now comes to this C. Here I1 minus IG and I2 plus IG are the meeting current and I is the leaving current. Means I1 minus IG plus I2 plus IG is equal to I1 plus I2 or I. This is the diagram, and I have taken the loop direction like this: A, B, D, A, B, C, D, B. Now what I have to prove? This is P by Q is equal to R by S. P by Q, R by S. S What is the definition? What is the condition of the Wheatstone bridge so that it is said to be balancing condition? Means when the potential difference between the terminals B and D means galvanometer is zero. When the potential difference between the terminals of the galvanometer is zero, then the Wheatstone bridge is said to be a balanced condition. Now, this Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced means potential difference between DD is equal to 0 means Ig is equal to how much? 0. Now, I have to derive this. This is the formula or this is the condition for balanced condition of Wheatstone bridge. But I have to derive how this formula is derived. Therefore, I have taken here derivation of balanced condition of Wheatstone bridge. Applying Kirchhoff's laws. First comes to this loop A, B, D, A. By applying Kirchhoff's second law or Kirchhoff's voltage law in the closed loop A, B, D, A. But happening by taking the sign conventions. Here in the branch AB, the direction of current is in the direction of the loop. Therefore, the product of current and resistance is positive. Whenever the direction of the loop is in the opposite direction of the current, then the product of current and resistance is taken as negative. Now, in this case, in this branch AB, the product of I1 and P means current and resistance is taken as positive. I have taken here I1P. Comes to this branch. Here the loop direction is from B to D and the current direction is from B to D. Means the current is in the direction of the loop. Therefore, the product of current and resistance means Ig and G is positive. Here I have taken Ig into G. Now comes to this branch AD. Here the loop is from D to A, but current is from A to D. Therefore, the product of current and resistance is taken as negative. Means I to R is negative minus I to R. And as in the loop APPA, there is no EM cells or EMF. Therefore, the total EMF is taken as 0. Therefore, the equation becomes I1P plus IgG minus I2R equal to 0. This is equation 1. Next comes to this loop BCDB. BCDB, in this branch, BC branch, the direction of the current is in the direction of the loop. Therefore, the product of current and resistance is taken as positive, means I1 minus Ig into Q is positive. Next comes to this branch DC. The direction of the loop is from C to D, but current is from D to C. Therefore, the product of current and resistance is negative. Means I2 plus Ig into S is negative. Minus I2 plus Ig into S. Now comes to this branch BD. The direction of the loop is from D to B, but the current is from Ig, current from B to D. Therefore, the product of current and resistance means Ig into capital G is negative. I have written here minus Ig into G. As there are no cells or EMFs, their total EMF is 0. Means the product of current and resistance is equal to 0. I1 minus Ig cube minus I2 plus Ig into S minus Ig into G equal to 0. This is equation 2. Now I will get equation 1 and equation 2. We will solve these two equations in balanced condition. Okay, next comes to solve these two equations. I have taken here where capital G is the resistance of the galvanometer and the Wheatstone bridge is said to be balanced when the potential difference between the terminal B and D is 0, means there is no current in the galvanometer, means Ig is equal to 0. Now I have to take this Ig is equal to 0 in the two equations, equation 1 and equation 2. By putting the value of Ig is equal to 0 in equation 1 becomes I1p minus I2r equal to 0. Wherever Ig, put the Ig is equal to 0. Now I1p minus I2r equal to 0 means I1p is equal to I2r. This is equation 3. Now I will put Ig is equal to 0 in equation 2. I will get I1q minus I2s equal to 0 means wherever the value of Ig, now put in place of Ig is equal to 0, you will get this equation. I1p minus I1q minus I2s equal to 0, or I1q minus I2s, I1q minus I2s equal to 0, or I1q is equal to I2s. This is equation 4. Now we will divide this equation 3 and equation 4, means I1p by I1q is equal to I2r by I2s. I1 cancel out, I2 cancel out. The remaining part is p by q is equal to r by s. Means this is the required derivation of the Wheatstone bridge. Whenever I have taken s in the unknown resistance, therefore I can calculate the s value of s is equal to q by p into r. In this method, in this way, you can or we can calculate the value of unknown resistance by applying Kirchhoff's laws in the Wheatstone bridge. Whenever the remaining three resistances are given, means the resistances Q, P and R are given, then you can calculate the value of S accurately. And this type of diagram is known as the Wheatstone bridge. This is the arrangement. Whenever the problem coming like this, you can neglect or you can cancel out or you can take the galvanometer current 0 in this branch. Then you can solve this problem in this method. This is the required derivation of Wheatstone bridge and the balance condition of the Wheatstone bridge. Next comes to the meter bridge or slide wear bridge. This is one of the practical application of Wheatstone bridge, by which we will find out the resistance of an unknown wire. Remember, it is a device and it is the practically you will do in the laboratory. Device means its definition, principle, work construction, working theory are there. What is its definition? It is a practical application of Wheatstone bridge by which a resistance, unknown resistance of a wire is to be calculated by applying the Wheatstone bridge formula or balance formula. P by Q is equal to R by S. That principle, it is based on the working of Wheatstone bridge, basically. Then let me finish to discuss the diagrams or the construction of the meter bridge. Meter bridge is constructed on a wooden board, and the length of it is a wire of length 1 meter. Therefore, its name is known as the meter bridge. 1 meter wire, and the wire is made up of manganese wire, and it is fixed on a wooden board at the two ends of copper strip. This is a copper strip. This is a copper strip. This is another copper strip. A wire AC, whose length is total 1 meter, mean 100 centimeter, is fixed on the by two screws. Here tightly it is fixed. Now this is the copper strip. Here these two terminals, small a, small b, and the wire is, remember, the wire is uniform cross section, and length is 1 meter, and the uniform cross section is everywhere the area of cross section remains same. This is two L-shaped copper strips are fixed to terminals. One terminal, this is A, and this is another copper strip. Total which is fixed on a wooden board. This is AB, this is A1, B1. Between the terminal AB, there is no connection. A resistance box RB is connected. Means its resistance is fixed resistance R. And between the terminal A1, B1, a wire is connected whose resistance is to be calculated. Let it be S. Now, at this point D, between at the copper strip, there is a resistance box connected to which a galvanometer is connected. From galvanometer a jockey is connected. This is jockey. Jockey means I have to slide over this on this wire at which point I will find the galvanometer deflection is 0. Means there is no current. This point is known as the balance point. Balancing condition. Just like the Wheatstone bridge. This is one resistance, this is another resistance, this is galvanometer connected between the two terminals, remember? And at this point D, the galvanometer shows no deflection, means this is the null point. This is known as the null point. Now let this length is L and total is 100 centimeter, then remaining BC is 100 minus L. Now I have taken here AP as P and resistance of BC is Q. One of the factors that the resistance depends upon the length. The resistance of wire is directly proportional to the length of the wire. Means this resistance of the wire AB is directly proportional to the length of the wire AB, and the resistance of BC is directly proportional to the length of the BC. Now I have taken the resistance of AP divided by resistance of BC is directly proportional to the length of AP by length of BC. Means what is the resistance of AP? That is P. What is the resistance of BC? That is Q. Therefore I have taken P by Q directly proportional to the length of AP and length of BC. Whenever or P by Q, length of AP how much? That is L. B is the null point. Length of BC how much? That is 100 minus L. Whenever there is proportionality, there is a proportionality constant. Let it be sigma. So P by Q is equal to sigma L by sigma into 100 minus L. Sigma, what is sigma? That is the resistance per unit length. That is a constant. Now sigma cancel out. P by Q is equal to L by 100 minus L. But from Wheatstone bridge, since P by Q is equal to R by S, means P by Q is equal to L by 100 minus L. But from Wheatstone bridge, P by Q is equal to R by S. Therefore, I can write R by S is equal to L by 100 minus L. Or S is equal to 100 minus L by L into R. S is the unknown resistance, where whose resistance is to be calculated is fixed between these two terminals of copper strips. And this resistance is given. This is found from the resistance box. This is generally taken 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 3 ohm. Similarly, in this process. And L is find out from the null point by sliding the jockey on the meter wire, 1 meter wire. At the point where the jockey or the galvanometer shows no deflection, this point is known as the null point. I have taken here D is the null point. Then you can calculate L. Let L be 25 centimeter, means 100 minus L means 75 centimeter. Or L or 100 minus L you can calculate easily. R is given from the resistance box. So you can calculate the unknown resistance of the given wire by using the meter bridge. It is meter bridge or slide wire bridge. This is all about for the required derivation for the meter bridge. It is practical application. It is one of the experiments will be done in the 12th class in the physics laboratory. This is the required diagrams. Here it is EMF, metric, and this is key is connected, total current, and this is the AC, and this is the required derivation or required formula for the meter bridge to find out the unknown resistance of the wire. Next one of question. Problem, find out here the resistance R1. What is the value of R1? This is a Wheatstone bridge. A, B, C, D. In the AB branch, a resistor having resistance 4 ohm is connected. In the branch BC, there is a resistor having resistance R1 with the unknown resistance, which will be calculated by using the Wheatstone bridge. And in the branch AD, there is a resistor having resistance 6 ohm is connected. And in the branch DC, there is a resistor having resistance 9 ohm. And in the branch BD, there is a galvanometer having resistance 60 ohm is connected. And in the battery 3 volt, total current is I. And as is given in the Wheatstone bridge circuit diagram, the current is here divided I1, I2, and then the galvanometer current is Ig, then the remaining portion are same. This Wheatstone bridge is balanced whenever when the potential difference between the terminal B and D is equal to 0. Means the galvanometer current or the current flowing through this branch BD or galvanometer is 0. Means the galvanometer shows no deflection. Then I will put Ig is equal to 0 here. Now, according to the formula of Wheatstone bridge, balance condition of Wheatstone bridge, this is P, this is Q, this is R, this is S. Or P by R is equal to Q by S. Or 4 by R1 is equal to 6 by 9. R1 is the unknown resistance. As according to the definition of Wheatstone bridge, it is calculated accurately by using other 3 known resistances. Here the 3 known resistances are 4 ohm, 6 ohm and 9 ohm. Therefore R1 is equal to 9 by 6 into 4, or I can calculate or I can solve this value, will get the R1 is equal to 6 ohm. Means the unknown resistance which is in the Wheatstone bridge question is 6 ohm. This is the required